Have you ever met someone who's absolutely confident about something, but clearly, painfully wrong?
Like the friend who explains how the moon landing was faked, or the coworker who insists they could run the company better?
Exactly. That's the Dunning-Kruger effect. It's the psychological trap where the people who know the least about a subject often feel the most certain, while the truly skilled doubt themselves.
So basically, ignorance breeds confidence and knowledge breeds doubt?
That's the short version, but the real story is even stranger. In 1999, two psychologists, David Dunning and Justin Kruger, published a study that became legendary. They asked students to complete tests in logic, grammar, and humor. Then, the students estimated how well they did.
Let me guess. The worst performers thought they crushed it.
Exactly. Those who scored in the bottom 25% consistently overestimated their performance. They genuinely believed they'd done better than average.
And what about the top performers?
They did the opposite. They underestimated themselves. They assumed others must have done just as well.
So, in the beginning, confidence skyrockets, then crashes once you realize how much you don't know?
Exactly. That first hill is often called Mount Stupid. People climb it fast, fueled by little knowledge and a lot of overconfidence. Then comes the Valley of Despair, where you realize you're not as smart as you thought.
And after that?
If you keep learning, your confidence slowly climbs back up, but this time, it's grounded in reality.
That actually explains so much about social media. Everyone's an expert on nutrition, economics, and geopolitics after one video.
Right, because the illusion of understanding feels so good. We mistake familiarity for mastery. Watching a few clips gives you just enough context to think you get it.
So the internet basically turbocharges the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Completely. And not just online. In the workplace, too. People with limited competence often rise faster because they project certainty.
Confidence is persuasive even when it's misplaced.
Exactly. Humans evolved to trust confidence. It signals leadership and decisiveness, even if it's built on sand.
Okay, but how does this happen in the brain? Why do we not notice our own incompetence?
Because to recognize your mistakes, you need the same skills you lack in the first place. Dunning called it a double curse. You're bad at something, and that badness prevents you from realizing how bad you are.
That's brutal.
It's humbling, but also strangely comforting, because it means everyone at some point is on Mount Stupid in some area of life.
So the trick is to notice when you're on the mountain.
Exactly. Ask yourself, am I confident because I've studied deeply, or because I've only just begun to understand?
That's hard to tell.
That's why humility is so powerful. Admitting, I might be wrong, opens the door to actually getting smarter.
So this is also why experts sound cautious. They know the limits of their knowledge.
Yes, true expertise replaces certainty with nuance. The more you learn, the more you realize the world isn't black and white. It's gray, complex, and full of exceptions.
That explains scientists. They always say things like, the evidence suggests, instead of, this is the truth.
Exactly. That's wisdom disguised as hesitation.
Okay, but can the Dunning-Kruger effect be fixed?
Not completely. It's a feature of how humans think, not a bug. But awareness helps. The more feedback you seek, the less trapped you become.
So asking for honest feedback keeps you off Mount Stupid.
Yes, if you actually listen. Most people ask for feedback but secretly want praise. The moment someone challenges them, they double down.
So self-awareness is kind of like a muscle. It grows only when it's challenged.
Beautifully said. And like any muscle, it weakens with ego and strengthens with curiosity.
I'm realizing something. This effect explains so many arguments. Like when people online debate medicine with doctors.
Exactly. When people know a little, they feel powerful. And when experts hesitate, amateurs mistake that for weakness.
So we punish humility and reward overconfidence.
Yes, and that's why misinformation spreads so easily. Confidence sells better than accuracy.
That's honestly depressing.
It is, but it's also why critical thinking matters. If you can pause before agreeing with the most confident voice, you've already beaten half the effect.
So awareness is like an antidote.
Exactly. You can't escape the bias, but you can outgrow it.
So how do we practice that in real life?
Start by assuming you're wrong more often than you think. Replace "I know" with "I think." Seek people who disagree with you. They're your teachers, not your enemies.
That sounds hard.
It is. But every expert began as an overconfident beginner who decided to keep learning instead of defending their ego.
So maybe Mount Stupid isn't bad after all? It's just the first stop on the climb.
Exactly. The trick is not to build a house there. If you've ever thought, wow, everyone else is clueless, there's a chance you're standing on that peak right now.
And if you've ever thought, maybe I don't know enough, congratulations, you've started the real climb.
The Dunning-Kruger effect isn't a flaw. It's an invitation to keep growing.
So the next time you feel certain about something, pause and ask, is this confidence or ignorance talking?
Because true wisdom begins the moment you realize how much you don't know.
And that's what I'll ask you, the viewer. Have you ever caught yourself overestimating your knowledge? What did that teach you?
Share your experience in the comments. We will read them all.
And if you enjoyed this exploration, subscribe to the Curiosity Vault.
Every week, we climb a little further together. Until next time, stay curious,